all you Christians out there, let me ask you a question. When you think of communion, I bet you think of this. That's right. The partaking of wine / water and bread in place in remembrance of the blood and body of Christ, right? But do you ever think of Christopher Walken and aliens? You know, this. I bet the answer to that straight away is going to be no. But then what if I told you in 1989 there came out a film called Commuion, starring Christopher Walken, based on the memoirs of one Whitley Streetle? Okay. Now, you might be wondering what aliens have to do with this story. Well, according to Whitley Streetle, this film was based on actual events that, quote unquote, happened to him. Okay. Um, while on a family trip to a cabin in the woods involving an alien abduction and a probing somewhere that I'm not going to mention. Okay. Now, Christopher Walken plays a character based on the author of the book. Yes, this is based on a book, the memoirs of the author. And he and his family and friends go off to a cabin in the woods in October, where they are visited by aliens. And, well, no abduction takes place in the October visit, but they do kind of zap him in the temples with a device. Now, and around Christmas time of the same year, on Boxing Day as a matter of fact, the family are back at the cabin in the woods, and this time Whitley is abducted by the aliens, and they perform that operation I mentioned in the introduction of this video. And then he goes through the whole film trying to work out if he was having nightmares or not. And his son is being played by the same visions. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of the film, it's his son who sees the bright light and nearly gets abducted and screams for help, and he goes down to try and calm him, telling him he's having nightmares. Now, if the plot of this film is starting to sound familiar to you, it's because it was basically mimicked and parodied in the first South Park episode. Yeah, there you go. um, and that was 8 years after this film came out. Only, Christopher Walken, Whitley and his wife do attend a meeting of a group for people that have had the same experiences. And he just thinks it is a load of nonsense. And so he walks out of the meeting. Well, actually, he walks out because they think he's going to write a book about them. It's a bit of foreshadowing for the end of the film, if you ask me, but you know. But they first think, because they hear he's a writer, they first think he's a journalist. You know, the type of writers that go poking their nose in business that they're not wanted in. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, every time these experiences get brought up between him and his wife, they have an argument, and he goes walking out the door. Okay. I'm sorry, but it's the actor's name that's making me come up with all these puns. I'm so sorry. Okay. So he goes walking from arguments, and he goes walking from a special group meeting. Okay. And in the end, things do kind of get sorted out, and he starts writing the book about the events of the film we've just watched. So, now I only saw this film this morning, as a matter of fact, on YouTube. Yes, some people have uploaded it for us to watch for free. Now, I know the intro to this video was, the introduction to this was me asking the Christians a question, but film buffs, I now pose this question to you. Have you ever seen this film before? Did you ever hear of it before this review? For those who have heard of it, here's my opinion. It's a good film. What's yours? Let me know in the comments below. And for those who haven't, and you like films about alien abduction, give it a watch. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. And that's it for this episode of Semajical Reviews. And in the next episode, I'll be reviewing a Christmas film. That Christmas film being a 21-year-old comedy starring Will Ferrell and James Caan. I think you know which one that is. But that's next time, guys. Elf. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time.